Hey yo, what the Hey, how's it going, guys? And I know I've been gone for a bit, but I got something super cool I want to show you guys that I've been working on. I'm gonna show it during my segments, during my bumper segments. But since it's the holidays, I can actually get around making some videos now. And this one is a doozy type of video that I've been wanting to make since the first trailer dropped. Now that Spider-Man No Way Home is dropping on December 17th, I'm gonna go watch it. And if you're in the LA area, a bunch of people are gonna go pull up to City Walk on AMC and dress up as Spider-Man and just have fun and just watch the movie and enjoy each other's company as Spider-Man. We're basically gonna do like a whole Spider-Verse thing in real life. So if you're in LA and you wanna go interact, do that stuff, it's at City Walk by Universal, December 17th, 12 p.m. apparently. I'm gonna go. If you wanna meet me, I'm gonna be Sam Raimi's Spider-Man. With that being said, it's safe to say that this next movie is going to be something amazing. I bet that this movie is going to beat Endgame, and just not by sales, but in characters. And that's what I'm going to be talking about in today's video, about who is going to be in this movie or going to be set up for future movies in the MCU. With this movie alone, what chain of events is this movie going to cause? So as of the recording of this video, we know that this movie is going to have Doctor Strange, Doc Ock, Green Goblin, Electro, Lizard, Sandman, and it seems like their roles in the movie are going to be like the ghost from the original movies. Even Doctor Strange talked about how they were defeated by Spider-Man, or quote unquote killed by Spider-Man.
All die fighting Spider-Man. It's their fate.
So with that, I don't think that most of them are going to die. I feel like some of them are going to survive, or we're gonna see the actual MCU versions of these characters. But I don't know yet. We're gonna see during the movie. But that leaves with some questions. There was no secret that Toby and Andrew are going to be in this movie, but it would be ridiculous if they're not in the movie. Like, come on. At this point, we all know that Toby and Andrew's gonna be in this movie. They're trying to hide it like they're not in the movie, but we all know they're going to be in the movie. Unless they're building up for something different. Maybe a certain other Spider-Man movie that's coming out next year. But who knows? Next up, I want to talk about Venom making an appearance in the movie. We all seen the post-credit scene in Venom 2 that Eddie and Venom were the first characters outside the MCU making the jump from their own universe to the MCU. They were the first, and they seem like they're very interested in Tom Holland's Spider-Man. As much I would love to see Venom as an anti-hero in the whole situation, I don't think they're gonna be in the movie till maybe the end of the movie, or maybe like the middle. I could most definitely see them be like somewhat post-credit scene, if anything. I could see Eddie and Venom being in the post-credit scenes, waiting for Tom in his room or in his apartment, and then we go off from there. But if not, I could see him probably popping up during the movie, being somewhat of a hero, ally towards Spider-Man. But we don't know yet. But I do hope we do see some Venom action, because Venom is one of my favorite in the movies right now. He's really, I actually like the portrayal of Venom they had so far in the Sony movies, and I'd love to see what they do with the MCU. But speaking of anti-heroes, let's talk about Daredevil. Now, if the leaks are true, he's also going to be joining the MCU, but I don't think he's going to be that much of a help for Tom. It seems like in the leaks, it's not going to be Daredevil, it's going to be Matt himself. We all know that Matt Daredevil is a lawyer, and it seems like during this whole situation No Way Home, Tom Holland Spider-Man is going through some lawyer troubles. Like, you know he got outed as Spider-Man because of Mysterio. So maybe he's there just to help him out, tell him how things are going to be running down since they found out he's Spider-Man. And we could kind of see if he's really going to pull up to the movie. Most likely he's gonna make a hint that he's Daredevil. I would love to see him make a hint towards the rest of the whole other Defenders, like Luke Cage, Iron Fist, Jessica Jones, maybe some Punisher, or hell, maybe him be like, if you need me, find me in Hell's Kitchen. That will make me mark out a lot in the movie theater if he brings up Hell's Kitchen. Expanding the lore of the MCU universe is really something I really want to see in the future. They're already kind of doing it a lot, but I love to see more of it. But we also might see him be more of the close ally for later on events. And let's not forget that She-Hulk is also getting a Disney Plus show that is going to be connected to the MCU, because Bruce Banner is going to be in it. So wouldn't it be kind of funny that in the She-Hulk show that she's the prosecutor against Tom Holland Spider-Man, and Daredevil is the defendant, and it's like a whole episode of them going back and forward talking about why we should arrest Spider-Man or why shouldn't we. I honestly, that would be funny. That would be kind of a funny episode, but I can see that most definitely happening. So far, the majority of the characters I've talked about in this video, I can actually see in the main movie. But these next few characters, I don't think they're going to be in the movie or barely have a scene. So, to start things off, Mephista. I honestly hate the whole it's Mephisto theories that's been spiraling around since WandaVision. It was cool at first, but after a while, you know, in WandaVision, we all thought it was going to be Mephisto, but ended up being Agatha, and now Agatha's getting its own Disney Plus show. And then we spiraled off to Loki, thinking it was going to be Mephisto at the end, but it wasn't Mephisto, it was Kang the Conqueror. Honestly, at this point, I don't want to see Mephisto. Like, at the MCU level, I don't want to see him because I feel like he's already been hyped up so much that when he actually does make his appearance, it won't really mean anything. Unless they do something stupidly crazy. I can see Mephisto make an appearance in the next Doctor Strange movie. I can see that most definitely. But in Spider-Man, I honestly don't want to see him because the only reason why people are referring to Mephisto is because they're referring to the comic Last Day. When Ant-Man gets shot and Peter makes a deal with Mephisto to give up his identity, his wife, which is Mary Jane at the comic moment, and his daughter to bring back Aunt May. I honestly don't want to see that because that's kind of lame. And it seems like this movie's already having like a lot of stuff going on. So adding Mephisto won't really make any much sense. I could see them making a point about Mephisto, but I could see him most likely making an appearance in the Doctor Strange movie. Next up on the villain list, let's talk about Vulture and Scorpio. Now let's talk about Scorpion real fast. He did make an appearance at the end of the first Spider-Man movie. He was played by Voss. Well, I only know him as Voss from Far Cry, and he's a really good actor. But I don't think he's gonna make an appearance in this movie as the Sinister Six because it seems like they want to have heavy hitters. So I don't see him being in the movie, which sucks because Scorpion's pretty unique as a character. And honestly, seeing Voss making his portrayal as Scorpion during the whole movie would be kind of amazing. That being said, I don't think Vulture's gonna be in this movie either. So the reason why I say that is because in the first movie, he kind of seen the error of his ways, in a sense, but he's still in jail. He's still in prison with Scorpion, and it seems like they're kind of building something up with Vulture within Morbius movie, which I'm gonna talk about in a bit. I think that Vulture is going to make a small cameo, but I think he's going to jump realities by accident and be in the Morbius movie, because if you're watching the Morbius trailer, Vulture makes an appearance. Well, Michael Keaton, that's the actor who plays Vulture, he makes an appearance in the movie, in the trailer, and it's already stated that he's playing the Vulture in this movie. And we already know that Morbius is taking place in the Sony universe where Venom, because they make a reference to Venom. They're talking about San Francisco. So this might be a little crazy, but I do know how Marvel likes to play with the trailers a lot. So, but let's also talk about the Morbius movie, because in the trailer, it's already been kind of confirmed that he's been connected to all three Spider-Mans in a sense. He's connected to Tom Holland Spider-Man because of the Vulture. If Vulture makes an appearance in that movie as the Vulture, he's connected to Tom Holland Spider-Man. He's connected to Andrew Garfield Spider-Man because there's a shot where there is Oscorp, and it's the same Oscorp from the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, like the same font and everything. And there's a scene where he's running down the alley and there was Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. But here's the thing about that poster. That's not Tobey Maguire, that's the Spider-Man PS4 game suit of Tobey Maguire. So he's not only connected to three Spider-Mans, he's also connected to the video game. And that's already a whole other universe because there's also Miles, and then we're getting Venom. But I'm probably gonna talk about that movie a little bit later. His movie does come out in a month, so hopefully we get another trailer drop after this movie. If you guys would like me to talk about Morbius, please leave a like and a comment.
Let's go. You are you and nobody else. Don't let nobody change that. Everybody praise God. We're all powerful. We rule the world. That's what it's done. bitches. Yeah, I can't fall in love with no bitches. Money came first, that's the difference. You gon' blow, nigga.
Now, another character I am certain that we're not gonna see is Hobgoblin. Whether it's going to be Ned or Harry, because everyone thinks Ned might be Hobgoblin, or they bring Harry from one of the old movies, I don't think we're gonna get 2 goblins, and I feel like that's because that's too much goblin. You get me? It's crazy because I'm saying that, but we're getting 3 Spider-Mans, possibly more. Continue watching the video, but 2 goblins, I don't know. I don't think that might work out so much. I would love to see Norman reflecting, seeing how his son became a villain in his image because of Spider-Man, and Ned being a villain seems kind of like off because it's like there's no build-up of Ned being a villain. Like, yeah, you could have like a small build-up, like, oh, Peter was neglecting his friend, but then it's just like, oh, you became a villain because Peter went off with Mary Jane, or MJ, not Mary Jane, MJ, to go, you know, do what they do best, and then your only thing is like, oh, I'm gonna just become a villain. It seems kind of off. There is a theory saying that Ned is going to die in this movie. There's a scene in the trailer where MJ is falling, calling back from Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, and that Ned is it's gonna be both of them hanging from a post, I guess, and then Tom can only pick one. So Ned basically makes the sacrifice of saying, like, you go save her, I'ma just, you know, I'll take the sacrifice, and leaving Tom defeated.
Well, that's just lazy writing.
There's also some word that we might get Wanda and Loki. Since Doctor Strange is going to play a really big role in this movie, and Doctor Strange's movie is coming up soon, and it has to do with the multiverse, and that's something both Wanda and Loki has been focusing on in their respective shows. But will they show up to New York in Coney Island next to Byron? I don't think so. I don't think they're honestly gonna pull up to Coney Island, but we might get a mention of them. Also, at the end of Loki, it seems like he's stuck in another universe, and Wanda is out there somewhere in the woods, getting more powerful, reading more dark magic spells. But I could see them getting mentioned. I could see Wanda getting mentioned a lot, actually. But I feel like at the end of the Spider-Man movie, I feel like Wanda and possibly Loki is gonna be focusing on what just happened in New York, because I feel like this might be a little rift in the timeline, or in the universe timeline, that is gonna bring both of them to be like, oh damn, what the fuck just happened? All right, so I've talked about characters that are either going to be playing a part or being mentioned during this movie. But what about the characters in the post-credit scenes? Yes, I 100% believe that we're going to get major characters at the end of these post-credit scenes. And there's only three characters I can actually think that are going to make an appearance at this movie. I'm going to start with the one that's kind of unlikely, but it will make a lot of sense if this character makes an appearance at the post-credit scenes. And this character is in line with Spider-Man, and the character I'm talking about is Deadpool. Yeah, I do believe we're gonna see Deadpool make an appearance at the post-credit scene. Now, out of the 3 characters, I do believe that Deadpool is going to be like the lowest, because it would just kind of be out of nowhere. But I mean, Deadpool is the fourth wall breaking dude, and having Deadpool pop up after all of the events that just took place in the movie and breaking the fourth wall would be will be funny as hell. Maybe have him bring up the whole X-Men and Logan like not being here, and I know they will have the audience going crazy if, you know, in the MCU we just bring up mutants. I feel like that's one way they could actually mention mutants, is like have Deadpool be like, oh, where am I? Hey, where's the mutants at? And to have everyone's like, what the heck is a mutant? Another character I could see making an appearance at the post-credit scene is Miles Morales. Now listen, Miles is a very fan favorite Spider-Man, and there's a lot of reasons why. He's a really cool character. At first, you know, he didn't really have his upbringing, but now he's really, you know, popular with the people, especially since the Spider-Verse movie dropped. He's been really popular. Miles in the comics comes from the Ultimate Universe, where Peter dies and he becomes Spider-Man. But one reason I can actually see Miles making his MCU debut over anyone in this whole list is the whole theme of Spider-Man No Way Home. You know, in this movie, it deals with a bunch of Spider-Man hopping through universes to one main universe of the Spider-Man we follow, and we help him defeat a villain. Kind of sounds familiar, right? That's Into the Spider-Verse, with Miles being the main lead in that movie. And what movie are we gonna get later on in 2022? Spider-Verse 2. And at the end of Spider-Verse 1, we did get Spider-Man 2099, which is Miguel going around the universes, like multiverses, picking up more Spider-Man because of a greater threat in the post-credit scene. Now, this will be jaw-dropping if we get like a live-action Miles or live-action Spider-Man 2099 pull up at the end. This will have everyone shit themselves in the Spider-Man suits. And honestly, I could see this going down like this. I could see the whole post-credit scene going down like this. Tom Holland and Doctor Strange say goodbye to the other two Spider-Mans, which is gonna be Tobey and Andrew, as they both hop into the respective universes through portals, and everything seems to be good for now. We see a new portal opening up, and we get a close-up of Tom asking, "Who are you?" And we get an unfamiliar voice saying, "I'm Spider-Man." And the last shot being the MCU debut of Miles Morales.
Used to say I keep a check. She was all bad, nevertheless. Calling it quits now, baby, I'm a wreck. Crash at my place, baby.
Let's say we could throw in Spider-Man 2099 next to him, and for fan service, we could throw Spider-Gwen in that. Now, that's just my headcanon how they could break Miles. But I do believe in this post-credit scene, we're gonna get someone crazy. Either whether it be Miles, Deadpool, oh shit, we might even get more Nick Fury action. I'm honestly just on board with whatever. This movie is gonna be hype. But that's my video for today, guys. If you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like. As of now, I'm making the recording of this video is like literally 15 days before the movie drops. So let's see if one of these characters I talked about makes it in the movie, hopefully. But are you excited of the movie? Please let me know. And if you're gonna be in the LA area and you want to go watch the movie at City Walk, if you're not one of those assholes who bought abundance of tickets, come to City Walk and, you know, see all the Spider-Man. I'm gonna be there. I might vlog it too. If you guys want to see me bring back vlogs, just let me know. And yeah, peace.
Ha! Spider-Man! What's cracking, baby? Woo! Hey! Where you going, Spider-Man? Woo-hoo! Ha! You're getting the girl. Saving the day. Yeah! Go, Spider-Man!
If you're into computer stuff, go to the one place that has it all, like Spider-Man the computer game. And now, get no interest financing for 12 months on all desktop packages and notebook computers. Best Buy. Go ahead, turn on the fun.